Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Yo. Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? I'm wearing this mask because I'm very insecure about my face. So if any of y'all make fun of me or laugh or anything, if I hear a snicker or anything, I swear I'm dropping out. We need to have a talk. Okay? Alright, I'm actually kind of done with this. We need to have a talk about us. I see a lot of shit that's been going on within our community, and I'm just like, man, what the fuck is going on? I feel like we're always in a state of fucked up shit. I feel like we're always in a constant state of just trying to deal with like outside criticism and like inner criticism, if that's a word. I feel like we're always battling with each other, or we're battling against other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't you always feel like it's us against them, and then at the same time it's us against us? Like, isn't that like crazy? For example, that whole brick lady situation. Some guy approached her, try to, you know, get her number or whatever. And she was like, no, I don't want to give you my number. And his response was fucking blasting her with a brick. You know, she posted that whole video on TikTok, and like, you know, it went viral. And of course, you know, it came with a lot of just like heated debates, a lot of just like back and forth, a lot of dissonance between the black community.
I have a dangerous problem in general with black men or black women giving into rhetoric that ultimately will do nothing but legitimize and enable a criminal and illegal system against us.
I've seen people get hit with fists, and that's what it looks like. A brick is something completely different.
And as soon as we got something that said that she lied about it, and they're coming online and they're holding up their picket signs.
It's always, well, what'd she do to make him do that? That's always the question.
Let's say Houston PD is telling the truth. Okay, so she should go to jail?
I see black men and black women who trust each other all the time, because I actually spend a lot of time around black people. But in this situation, nobody wants to be.
Just for all that shit to be a fucking lie.
Donkey today for Thursday, January 18th goes to 33-year-old Rhoda Osmond of Houston, Texas. Rhoda has been charged with felony theft by deception. Now, many of y'all remember Rhoda because she went viral after posting a video of her saying that she got hit in the head with a brick. Okay, so when women who have that fear or who have been assaulted because they ignored a man saw Rhoda Osmond's story, it was very triggering. Okay, but what I also remember from that story is brothers from around Rhoda's way, brothers from her community, saying Rhoda is a liar.
Ways to make money. I don't have to get a GoFundMe for money. I actually can earn income because I'm actually educated and I actually am talented.
She's still lying. Like, she's still lying. Remember when y'all gave those men flack for not coming to that woman's defense, and all those guys said she was lying? Those men were right. Okay, she's got a history of this. All right, this is why when I see a lot of GoFundMes, my first thought is go F yourself.
And then another example with like them having a problem with us. Remember the Baltimore Bridge and how that completely collapsed and just like, you know, it caused a lot of death. That was really sad and messed up. And the mayor of Baltimore, Brandon Scott, the mayor of Baltimore, Brandon Scott came out and was just like, hey, you know the situation, or I know the situation. We're going to fix this. You're going to handle this, that, and the third, you know, mayor stuff.
Thank you, Chief. Everyone, this is a unthinkable tragedy. We have to, first and foremost, pray for all of those who are impacted, those families. Pray for our first responders and thank them, all of them working together, city, state, local, to make sure that we are working through this tragedy. This is an ongoing active research that we're having right now. We're going to continue, as you heard from Chief Wallace, throughout. As long as we have to be doing that, we will do it. but we have to be thinking about the families and people impacted, folks who we have to try to find and save. This is what our focus should be on right now. We're going to continue to work in partnership with every part of government to do everything that we can to get us through the other side of this tragedy. And with that, I'll turn it over to County Executive Olszewski.
And the first thing people said was, look at this nigga. Literally, he got cooked for being a nigga. Pretty much, he was cooked for being a nigga. He came out, he had a Letterman. I think, you know, he had a fro just like me. It was just like, he's coming out in the middle of the night. He probably just woke up like an hour ago. He's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And the first thing people say is, yo, why is this nigga looking like a nigga? Probably because he's a nigga. It just doesn't make sense to me. It never makes sense to me how, like, these niggas would literally get mad at a black man being a black man in a situation. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, turn white? I don't know. Like, what do you want? Another situation where it was like, it's us fighting with each other. Kai Cenat made a statement on stream talking about how black Americans don't have any culture.
Are not cultured at all. Stop dick riding. I don't want to hear, like, when I'm asking general questions, I'm not asking y'all niggas. Stop dick riding. Y'all niggas is black. You're black. You're just black.
Just be yourself and hit them with hey. Also, I just bought the Anarchy hoodie yesterday. Can't wait. Finna resubscribe. And a little W female viewer. Big 2 months December 9th.
Thank you so much. Bro, you're just fully American. You're African American, bro. That's it. How was that see you in 30? That wasn't an insult. That was strictly you're black. You're not Trinidadian. You're not Jamaican. You're not African. You're not word. You're not Ghanaian. You're not Dominican. You're not Puerto Rican. You're not Cuban. You are American.
I farted so loud.
Black Americans don't have any culture. What are you talking about? Aren't we the same like culture that people swear they want to be a part of, but when it comes to like the bad stuff, like, you know, police brutality, you know, systemic racism, things of that nature, they don't want any parts. It's just they want the swag, they want the jewelry, they want the style, they want everything else. So when it comes to like the bad shit, no, they don't want to touch it. They don't want to touch it. But for some reason, we just don't have culture. Does the Harlem Renaissance not mean anything to you, my nigga? That's like the pinnacle of black culture. What do you mean? I come to say that it's something wrong within like our society. It's something wrong with our community. It's almost like we don't have any unity when it comes to like, you know, the present and like what we're dealing with. The last time I can really think about us having unity was really the civil rights movement. We went from banding together all the fucking time, making like really big movements, like boycotting public transportation, starting the Rainbow Coalition, where there was this 17-year-old kid, I think he was 17, I could be wrong. This kid or this guy literally stopped Bloods and Crips from fighting each other because he realized, yo, there's bigger things to worry about. Way bigger things to worry about. There is better things to worry about. But somehow I feel like we lost our way. We lost everything. I don't know if we just like lost it due to just like us getting too comfortable, or we just didn't have the drive within us anymore. But it just sort of stopped. We're always fighting against each other. There's always something new that's going on to where we're fighting against each other, and like there's way bigger things that need to be worried about. Like, for example, dude, have you seen that one newscast on Fox where Trump was talking about auctioning off shoes and how they were blatantly saying, yo, look at these fucking shoes. This is definitely gonna give us the black vote or whatever. That's gonna give Trump the black vote.
Even the sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting. As you see black support eroding from Joe Biden, this is connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Seriously?
That doesn't like scream, yo, this is what we think about you. You're nothing but a bunch of sneakerheads and we want your vote. That's it.
I don't know what the fuck.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 2. So you play as this guy named Raiden, and supposedly he's an agent of Foxhound, but Foxhound has literally died like months ago, or not months, but years ago. The whole point of Raiden going on this mission was to basically become a perfect copy of Solid Snake, which is the guy you play in Metal Gear Solid 1. And if you pay attention to the game Metal Gear Solid 2 and compare it to Metal Gear Solid 1, you will see that everything kind of matches up, from the entrance to the ninja to a guy being named Deep Throat. Everything is kind of just like the same, and it's all a simulation. And once Raiden started figuring out like, yo, like this is actually all fake, and like I think I'm being lied to right now, the simulation starts panicking. Like literally the colonel, the guy who's giving you mission directives, he starts like going on this weird like existential ramble about like just random shit at a certain point in the game, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? And I feel like that happens with us. I feel like we are better than this. I feel like we are better than fighting against each other. Let them do that. Let other people, let the other communities do that. Let them fight against each other. We need to be together. We need some unity. We need love in our community, because I feel like there's a lack of love. We need more, correction. I think we do need to call out some things that like are very toxic within our community, and I don't think that's like very like coonish or like anti-black of us or self-hating. We've done a lot of great things when we were together. We've done a lot of good things. We had the civil rights movement, we had the Rainbow Coalition, we had the Harlem Renaissance, as I mentioned earlier. We had Rosa Parks, who literally made a plan that led us to boycott an entire public transportation system, to a point where it was like, okay, we kind of have to listen to them because we're losing money. And I think one side doesn't have to be right. One side doesn't have. If we get to a point of understanding each other, I think we can make things work, and we can make things better for ourselves, because obviously they're not going to make anything better for us. I mean, look, what's the difference between a Democrat and a Republican? I'm going to show you. Hey, we want better life. We want better things. We want, just to be treated like humans. Fuck no. Kill yourself, dude. Hey, we've been supporting your side for the longest. Could you like actually pay us back, by growing some fucking balls or whatever, and like, making shit happen? No. They don't give a fuck about us. Nobody gives a fuck about us. I give a fuck about us. I'm black. I give a fuck about us. You should give a fuck about us. To all the black people that's watching this, which is probably nobody, have a talk with somebody. Have a conversation that you don't agree with at all. Just somebody that's your skin color, but you just can't get along with each other. Just have a conversation. I promise you, within that conversation, you're gonna find something. You're gonna find something that you two have in common with. And I promise, if we all do that enough, if we all just band together and just have a normal conversation with just one, I think we can make it work.